Professor Zildjian adjusted his protective barrier field as he prepared for the most dangerous lesson of the semester. The Galactic Xenobiology course had reached its most challenging unit, studying live predators from various death worlds. 23 students from 12 different species sat in reinforced seats, their safety protocols activated. Today, we will observe the hunting patterns of the Terran apex wolf, Professor Zildjian announced, his 4 eyes scanning the nervous faces before him. This specimen was captured under strict containment protocols and a low mechanical whirring filled the air as the containment unit materialized in the center of the classroom. Inside the transparent aluminum cage, a massive gray wolf paced restlessly, its yellow eyes reflecting the artificial lights. The Zilithian students immediately activated their panic pheromone suppressors while the crystalline Vorth beings dimmed their natural luminescence to avoid attracting attention. As you can see, the professor continued, his voice slightly trembling, this creature possesses enhanced sensory capabilities, powerful jaw muscles capable of exerting over 400 pounds of pressure per square inch and Actually, that's not entirely accurate. Every head turned toward the back of the classroom where Marcus Chin, the only human student in the program, had spoken. The Terran exchange student was part of the new Deathworlder integration initiative, though most of his classmates still struggled to believe that such a fragile-looking being could have evolved on one of the galaxy's most dangerous planets. I beg your pardon? Professor Zildjian's eye stalks quivered with indignation. Marcus stood up, his movement fluid and confident in a way that made the other students unconsciously lean away. Wolves don't typically hunt alone, and their bite force is closer to 1,500 pounds per square inch. Also, that one's showing signs of severe stress. The professor's skin shifted to a pale green, the Kthari equivalent of skepticism. Young human, while we appreciate your enthusiasm, this creature is one of Terra's most feared predators. Our containment systems are state-of-the-art and our research indicates. Your research is wrong, Marcus interrupted, walking down the aisle toward the containment unit. The wolf's head snapped toward him and several students gasped as they saw the predator's pupils dilate. And your containment system is making things worse. Before anyone could react, Marcus had reached the control panel. Professor Zildjian's 4 arms flailed as he activated emergency protocols, but the human's fingers were already dancing across the interface with disturbing familiarity. Stop! The professor's voice cracked. That creature will kill you. The containment field shimmered and died. The wolf stepped out of the cage, and absolute silence fell over the classroom. Several students had activated their personal shields, while others had begun broadcasting distress signals to campus security. Marcus knelt down, making himself smaller as he extended his hand toward the wolf. The massive predator approached slowly, its ears forward, tail held in a neutral position. To the horror of everyone watching, the wolf sniffed Marcus's hand, then sat down beside him. She's not a predator, Marcus said quietly, his hand gently stroking the wolf's fur. She's a pack animal. Social. Intelligent. And she's been alone in that cage for who knows how long. He looked up at the stunned faces around him. On Terra, we've been companions for over 15,000 years. The wolf leaned against Marcus's side, her breathing becoming calmer for the first time since her capture. Marcus continued speaking, his voice carrying an authority that made even Professor Zildjian listen. If you want to understand Terran predators, you need to understand that survival on our world isn't just about being the strongest or fastest. It's about adaptation. Cooperation. Trust. He met the professor's eyes. This wolf isn't dangerous because she's a killer. She's dangerous because she's intelligent, loyal, and protective of her pack. The classroom remained silent for several heartbeats. Then, slowly, the wolf's tail began to wag. Professor Zildjian's skin shifted through several colors before settling on a deep blue, the Kthari expression of profound revelation. Perhaps, he said slowly, our understanding of Deathworlders requires significant revision. Marcus smiled, still stroking the wolf's fur. Maybe we can start with better definitions of predator and companion.